Good evening everyone, and welcome to the Unexplained Files, home of the strange, the unexplained and perhaps slightly deranged. This evening we have another investigation for you in one of the very places that I talked about, one of my haunted experiences that I had growing up. This place around here affectionately is known as King Arthur's Cove or Cave. It's on the side of a cliff, and it's the sort of place where people have been coming for generations. A father goes here with his son, then his son with his friends, and then one day he'll grow up and have kids and bring them here. It's a very old place, a lot of history, and I think this is a good place to investigate. Let's jump into it.
I'm liking the idea of like K2 in there and shit.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
that.
Well, this is the old fire pit. Oh, actually, I wouldn't stick it right in there because everyone used to piss in there.
Yeah.
So
Don't
probably
want
stick to these rocks. We all used to sit in it. There's a slow motion video, and this is quite funny. It's there's a video of a fire going there, and a bunch of my mates chucked deodorant and other explosive things in there, and somebody left a fork in it. So we all ran and jumped over the edges here when this was all still like the grass weren't here, dived and hid down there, and someone filmed it in slow motion. You see it go poof, and you see a fork go. Fucking mad, isn't it? And it's funny because in the video you just hear one of my friends go, "Oh fuck, the fork," and then the video slows down. You just that was quite a time. And then there was a time we built a massive fire, and the tree up there started to get singed. You can see that.
Look at all the tree roots.
Yeah.
Just up there.
You can see some of the singe marks on the roots. That was.
We have to be quite careful here because we're literally on the cliff edge. There's a
Cliff
big
edge
old
is
drop
right there.
down there to the sea.
You can climb
the
down there, not this way. There's a path down there where there's like a really thin cliff, and you can sort of, if you're careful, climb down it and get down onto the beach. Although I'm not going to be doing that. One, because it's dark, and two, because on the good day it's dangerous. And it's one of those ones where it's that sort of thin, you can hold it either side as you shuffle down, and you climb down onto the wall and then drop down from there. I remember one time where someone dropped something over the edge, or there was a massive piece of wood that my friends wanted up here. So we were trying to chuck ropes over the edge and drag stuff up. It was fucking mad. Then we built a fence here that got kicked down.
Unfortunately, as you see from all the graffiti on the walls, there's a lot of kids and bloody vandals that come down here. I suppose it's out of the way a bit though, so it's not like it's...
It's a sort of place where
nice or...
bunch of 14, 15-year-olds go when it's the summer and they've got nothing else to do, and they want a fire.
I just love how the trees are just like hanging over the edge there. That's pretty.
That's the maddest thing. Like, see that tree over the edge here? I laid. You see how it curves up like that? I laid in it, not realising how far it hangs off the drop, and then I turned, rolled, and realised that was the fucking drop. I shot back out of that bastard mad quick. And then there was another time we built a rope swing. Well, there was one swing that we put up there, that was cool, that lasted a fair while. And then there was another time they put a rope across, attempted to put a hammock in, and I fucking sat on it at one point and just went slammed my head off the fucking ground. So yeah, a lot of history here, it's a cool spot.
And you want to tell everyone about your experience you had?
Oh yeah, well, a group of me and my friends were down here, and there was a good amount of us, there was probably about 4 or 5 of us. And we'd spent the time here like just like in barbecue and stuff and doing whatever, and then when it was time to go back, there was a couple of them that were very anxious, rightly so, because they've seen things here. And we're walking back along a path. There'll be B-roll probably at the beginning of this video where we walk along the path to get here. On the way back, we're walking, and all of a sudden we hear like sprinting next to us, but not like an animal where it's like rushing through the bushes, like 2 foot sprinting. And it's right next to us. I keep getting a whiff of weed as well.
You can just move your light because it's glaring the screen. Yeah, you can just face it to the floor, it's alright, it's not going to...
There we go. Yeah. But yeah, it was sprinting right next to us. And so we take off and we start running. And we'd been doing the old, imagine if someone comes after us, and like the shit that you do when you're kids being idiots. But we're running and it right next to us. And then back.
You can only get one person on that path, can you?
And then we're running, and then there's a point where it gets to, we came past it, where there's just like a grid fence, and then another grid fence, and then a path. As soon as we get past that, the running stops, we can't hear it anymore, and we just fucking take off down, and that was that. That was the last time I was here, this late. So we'll see what happens.
Right, where do we want to start off? Should we get some cat balls and that, and the K2?
Yeah. I think this is the point to focus on, because this is where everyone sits and sort of like things happen. So that'd be a good spot to for like spirit talk and stuff like that. But cat balls, you know, could be any of these little bits and pieces here would be good.
Alright, I only got 2 cat balls with me anyway, so
Yeah.
it's the only 2 decent ones left.
Right.
Gee, let's have a bit of light.
Patreon time for equipment.
Yeah.
Check. Although we are cruising close to that 500. So
there's no chance that can move in there unless something knocks it. What about...
So we've got the 2 there, quite near each other, but there's only movement that sets them
Is that close enough?
Yeah, I'd say that's good. And then maybe, yeah, Rempole where, or K2. I almost said K5. What is wrong with me?
Who knows?
I heard it.
Yeah.
Twig snapped down there.
Yeah, I heard it. Right, that can go there.
There's a light off over there. There's a light.
Where?
What is that? I can see it on the night vision. Through the, it's like, how do I explain it? It might, I'll tell you what it is. It's where, the way that I'm moving, there's like street lights or something of the sort. So you guys were proving it. It's not, we're not fakers. And so that one person who has multiple accounts that keeps commenting a bunch of basketballs and a bunch of locks. Continue to do it, it's quite funny. I thought that was quite creative when I saw that, you know.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of ball locks. I was like, alright, I'm not going to get rid of that because I like that one.
Yeah, there was 2 different people that commented the same thing.
Oh, it made me laugh. That gave me a chuckle, that did, so I thought, you know what, normally I'd say fork you for that, but this time I found it so entertaining I had a chuckle and let it be.
Right, I've got to be careful to not step back any further.
I mean, you've got a bit of room on you yet. Right, I will, because I've been here before, I'll probably start here. So if there's anybody here with us tonight, you may recognise me, maybe you recognise both of us, we've been here before. We wish to document this space and we wish to try and interact with you. If you wish to interact with us, would you be able to go and sit near our devices over there on the stones that everybody sits at and let us know you're here?
At least we know there'll be no issues with wind because there's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even breezy at all tonight, especially here where it's
Even
sheltered.
if it was, yeah, we are covered by shelter. Yeah, people can't have been in that recently because that's looking all. Although that water bowl's still got some water in it. I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
I wonder how long people have been coming here for.
I couldn't tell you. It really is that one where like I was introduced to it when I was about 13, 14. We used to just come here in the summer, and the person who introduced me, their older brothers came here and then their parents came here, so it is one of those, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously it's gradually wearing away because of the edge there, but
yeah,
still, for the most part, though, yes, there's graffiti, the place is looked after. Like, people don't trash it.
right.
And even if it does get a bit messy, people tend to clean it up.
Yeah,
So
at least all that stuff's in there, not strewn all over the frickin'.
Well, there never used to be a fire pit there. I don't know how long that's been here for, but it's fairly recent.
So if there's anyone here with us, why can't you just touch any of those devices? Maybe the ones with the green lights on them. Make them light up or make a noise. That'll let us know that you're here with us.
Can't tell if I had like a plane going overhead then. I had like a low.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Would you be able to stand near those devices for us? either of the devices with the green lights, you just have to step near them or sit by them, and they'll flash and light up and make some noise for us. We'll know you're here that way. Or perhaps, if you'd like us to leave, you could just go and step by them, so we know that we're not wanted here. I can still hear it.
Yeah. Who was it that was chasing after Ryan and his friends? Are you here with us now? Can you go by any of those green lights?
Would you mind not doing it again? Unless the cameras are rolling. I thought I saw some flashing there, but I think what it was I moved my torch and it's the reflection on the lens of the camera. Yeah. So I saw some light. See, I don't want to put the spirit talker down so early, because I want to kind of see if anything else happens first, but at the same time, how long do we sit here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the people watching this who think we're just chatting a load of shit and think we're fraudsters or idiots, our intention for being here is not to make things happen, it's to see if anything does. Nothing happens, perfectly fine. We're here to document the space, not deceive anyone. But if that is you that commented ball and locks, please keep doing it. It's funny as fuck. We'll have to pin the comment if it happens again. Just be like, hey, it's the guy.
Cheers, mate.
Right, that's it. It's not haunted. Going home. I'm going to put the spirit talker down, but I'll make sure to put it not near everything so it doesn't make everything go off. And for clarity, for everyone at home, my phone is on aeroplane mode. That is totally blown out by my lights. It's on aeroplane mode, so...
I've got to put mine on airplane mode.
Now we're going to use the app, the Spirit Talker app. I know we set it quite casually usually. Bless you. Bless you.
Pardon me.
But for everyone at home, if you haven't seen the apps that we use before, we're using an app called Spirit Talker. If you, I don't know when you're editing this or when you post it, if you want to put a link to the guy who makes this channel, so if people want to check up...
Spotted Ghost.
Yeah, if people want to check up sort of how he says it works and what it's based upon.
I'll try and find that video.
Yeah, because it's good to take these things with a healthy pinch of salt, because it could be nothing. But, you know, if you want to do your own research and check it out for yourself, that'll be in there. We don't want people going around and think we are just faking it and being tits, like we are genuinely interested in this. But if you want the resources we have, this will give you a good idea. Make sure my phone's not on silent. So if anybody is here with us and you're having trouble standing near these devices, we have another device there that perhaps you can manipulate so you can use words to speak to us.
Oh, what's that?
A bad spirit.
He said a bad spirit.
Is that the one that chased Ryan and his friends? If it says yes, no, I'll be like, yes.
I'll be impressed.
Let us know if you're the one that chased Ryan that time. Tell us now. It's so quiet here, isn't it?
Mm.
Just every now and again hear a car
Yeah,
across the river.
it's the way the sound carries, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, just heard a snap then. can also touch those devices with the green lights or the little balls that are sitting on the rocks. Can
Phantom. What type of spirit is a phantom? Is a phantom specifically one that you see, or?
I don't know, it's that thing that was in the opera, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what when I think phantom, that's the one that you see.
Mm.
I don't know though. So my friend has seen something up the top of that hill, but I don't know if that is implying that. So any spirits that are here, we need you to know that we are protected. Our energies aren't connected to this place. We can come and go as we please. You, however, have to stay. This is your opportunity to communicate with us and anyone that is not in this space. If you have anything to share, this is the best way to do it.
Shadows move.
Shadows move.
Well, I suppose we're making some shadows, aren't we? Unless they're talking about shadow people.
Perhaps. We've seen some shadows before. Well,
maybe that's what chased you, a shadow person.
Well, shadows imply not physical. You hope, anyway.
Keep hearing that behind me. That's the second time.
I heard a little... because I had a fly. There was a fly flying around the back of your head, to be fair. Can you interact with any of our devices? You've spoken a couple of times through the app on my phone. Are you able to nudge these balls? I'll never grow up. That was funny. Can you nudge these devices? Can you stand near them to make them go off? Or what's more, if you think we should leave, why don't you tell us? Use this device to tell us to leave and we will.
Well, at least think about it anyway.
I'm only 8.
Only 8.
I'm only that and a few more decades.
I don't know of any, like, history here specifically, so I can't validate if there has been, like, children that have died here or anything of the sort, but in the same way I can't say it has happened, I also can't say it hasn't.
Like, you can imagine that could easily happen if a kid come running
yeah.
around there,
Well, I
just
mean,
straight off the edge.
They wouldn't even need to fall off the edge there. There's an edge up there, look.
Oh yeah.
They fell off that and their head is.
Yeah.
That's
Did you
it.
get people falling off the bloody cliff at Westwood O, and you can see the edge of that clearly.
Well,
It's like-
absolutely, yeah. And plus, people come here and drink and stuff. Obviously, a child, maybe not, but
Right,
people do.
Who's here with us tonight? Can you give us a name?
Heard that.
Yeah.
But the wind did pick up there, so. Yeah, the breeze has picked up, that's why. I feel it on the back of my hand.
Doctor.
Doctor.
His name is Doctor.
If they're saying they're only 8 and then doctor, could it be if a child has hurt themselves and then...
Don't know. Something up there. It's probably
Yeah.
an animal.
Yeah, there's like little... I don't know, have we seen rabbits? I think I've seen rabbits here before.
Yeah.
If you are here with us and you're able... Oh, doctor, healthy. We're healthy.
I'm healthy. I'm on my new diet.
We're healthy and we're going to leave here that way. If you're here with us and you're able, would you be able to interact with another one of our devices to help us know that you're here with us? Can you feel that breeze has picked up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it has a little bit. I was worried it was just me for a minute there. It's an owl. Oh no, seagull. I thought I heard an owl then a seagull. That was a bit of a pant share, wasn't it?
I can hear a lot of... Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of noises around us. Are you around us now? Can you make a noise? In the trees, bang on something?
I was conjured.
To be honest, in this spot, I can believe it. These sort of idiots
I was
that will
just
be
thinking
here.
that.
Whatever you are, once again, you can't harm us. We're not attached to this place, and we're free to leave whenever we wish. But if there's anything you wish to share with us, this is your way to do it. Use that device, share your message, and then we will leave. We settled here.
We settled here.
I don't know who that would be. Like, there, don't get me wrong, there have been like Vikings have been through here on raids and stuff, but settling here, nothing that I know of.
There would be in a whole world of trouble if that tree decided to go now.
Yeah, every time I'm here, I'm thinking of those trees just.
It's literally like
Hanging on.
hanging over
It's
the
been there
edge,
for such a long time.
right above where we are.
I worked here.
I worked here. See, this is where I'm going to call the spirit talk into question. Now, a lot of people feel that, it just sort of spits things out and you don't even need to talk to it or ask questions. I remember G-Star when we went to Wistman's Wood, was that the one?
Yeah.
He brought up that one of the things he feels about the spirit talker is that if you compare the amount of time something is relevant versus not making sense, it's not making sense a lot more often, and that sort of does apply in this situation because you worked here. There's nowhere to work, not only in this exact location, but 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes either way.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be here to work.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is, on the river is like a fisherman or something, but that's still stretching things,
That's what I'm saying, yeah, like the river is down there, and you can't really see it, but you can see the bridge over it. The river is down there, but they wouldn't be here, is the thing. So, worked here, it's a stretch.
Yeah.
If it said I lived here or I visited here, then I could see that. So is that blood on that rock? No, it's a baby bit of wax. I was like, what in the fuck? See, I wouldn't expect... Oh.
I'm buried close by.
Once again, I don't know the history of that place, so it's possible. What was your name? Would you be able to share that with us? And like, this is a place where this is like a really joyful place. 6. Joyful place. Like, kids come here, teenagers come here, summer holidays, being with your friends. That's the kind of feel of this place.
Yeah.
That's all it's ever really been. So the negativity aspect, the only thing I can think of is idiots coming down here, messing around with things they shouldn't be,
Right.
It's the only thing I can actually think of. But so it's 6, so it feels like it's just spewing random things.
Yeah.
Do you believe?
In what?
Inspire, yeah, it's just random things that are chucking out now, so I'm going to discredit that a little bit. What do you think? What's your feel of this place so far?
This feels pretty chilled to me, to be honest.
Yeah. Any nerves are just because it's a forest at night, so naturally you're kind of like on edge, if that. Why don't you light these devices up for us? Nudge a couple of them, or even just one. Then we'll know that you're here, or share a message with us. Otherwise, we'll have to think about leaving soon. And you guys will have to think of subscribing. Amazing. Yeah, it's just...
So subscribe.
Yeah,
For
right,
more
okay.
amazing
Spirit Talker
content.
has given us nothing worth value. I wonder if with a Spirit Talker it's a case of like, it does churn things out. But let's say you go to a spot where it's really active. It kind of takes that every so often churning things out and manipulates that to get results.
Yeah, maybe.
So imagine Jones, it says.
Jones.
So imagine like where's a spot? Chapel Wood or Chapel Hill Wood, whatever it's called. That is the sort of space where if this was chucking things out randomly, it has the sort of energy in the space to manipulate it at the time. That's the kind of feel I get from it.
That was probably still one of my favourites when we was at Bob Minjao. So
I was just thinking of Bob Minjao actually, yeah. Remember when we started walking through Bob Minjao and it started going off like crazy? You brought up that might be because walking through his temperature changes and because of like machinery and lighting, it could be electromagnetic related, things like that. That's the sort. But then again, a lot of stories in that place, a lot of history to it. So who knows? I'm a bit stumped as to what to do.
It's not really. It's not like a big area, is it? And it's
No,
not
I
like,
mean what we've shown on camera is literally all there is. Except there's behind you, there's like a grass verge, but that's the way out.
yeah.
I mean, we'll just stay for like what 5-10 minutes more and go from there.
We could try moving the devices to a different area if you wanted.
I mean, other than that wall there, there's nowhere else really for it to go. I mean, the fire pit is here, but like I said, that's probably had more piss than most toilets in it. So I wouldn't personally, but that's up to you.
No, definitely not there.
I've been here 150 years.
Yeah, that
We've heard that
does get
before.
spewed out quite often, so I'm not crediting that.
Someone's going. Yeah, hold that a second. I'll just move these around near the fire pit area and see if.
I'm slightly alarmed that I'm walking backwards here to try and keep you in frame, but
I don't mind that getting me in frame. Just put. What did I say?
Tell.
Just put one of them there. That's gonna stay still. That won't be moving. Put this near the edge.
I'm going to put my phone down here, but it's far enough away from the K2 that it's not going to affect it. You said tell. What do you wish to tell us? Was that you kicked that stone there?
I don't know. I turned.
It was sort of as you turned, so it probably was.
I'm going to leave.
You can leave if you want, not with us.
We'll be leaving soon.
Yeah. We don't control you. We're just here to document this space.
Was you ever around this area? Why don't you touch any of the devices down on the floor there?
We're going to be leaving soon. Is there any message you'd want to share with us before we go? Anything you want to tell people that may have been here before? Or perhaps people that have never been? What would you tell them? The rack.
Be careful of it, right?
Right, okay, so Spirit Talk is out for this one. It's not chatting any sense. That confused me then. I saw...
I'm touching your back.
Well, no you're not. You might be at my back. That's okay. You can take a look and see who we are and what we're doing. You can't touch us, you can't attach or come with us, we're protected. But if you want to observe and you want to share messages, then you're more than welcome.
Touch the devices with the green lights.
Then we'll be able to see that you're here. Whoa.
Where was that?
That was a leaf, it came down from up there. I mean, it is a forest, so at the end of the day there are animals and business kicking off. I thought I heard like what sounded like a footstep like right over that bit, but I'm not certain.
The only feeling I got a few minutes ago was when I start feeling anxious, you know, when you start getting that, I feel a panic attack coming on.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously it didn't. But I started feeling that when my hands would start to get a bit fuzzy now.
Alright.
But I'm not saying that's because there's anything here. That
Could just be anxiety, because
yeah.
obviously we've attached. I'm telling you now, you ain't attached to nothing. It might just be, you know, we've walked through the forest for one, which you're going to have been not necessarily out of breath, but...
Okay, yeah.
But I feel after being here for a bit, I feel calmer than I did before getting here.
Yeah.
Like I said, our last investigation before this was in the middle of a town, in a park, on a weeknight, you know what I mean? It's a very different story now. Looks as though that's our lot, really.
Yeah, it's very quiet, isn't it? This is your last chance to prove yourself, prove that you're here.
Stand in one of these devices or say something to us so we'll know that you're here. And then we're going to leave and you're going to stay. I say we call it then.
Yeah, could probably stand all night and nothing will happen.
Explosion.
That's what
Hit that like button. Explode that. Right, that's it.
That could have been from when you was here and the can exploded.
Maybe. Well, that's your lot for talking to us with this device now. You still have the opportunity to nudge one of these devices to light them up for us. If you do that, we might be able to stay a little longer.
If you're the 8-year-old, why don't you kick the little balls around?
You won't get in trouble if you do. If they roll off the edge, that's okay.
No, it's not.
I shall reimburse.
I want them back.
So they go off the edge and you just... No, it looks like that's it. Right, shall we bring it to a close then?
Yeah, let's wrap this one up.
Be careful on these this little step up here, Blake, 'cause it's proper thin. That's where these fucking spikes are.
This is as steep as it looks. Go and keep walking.
Yeah, this isn't even as steep as it gets.
You can't really tell on the camera, but it is proper steep.
Oh yeah, this is gnarly as anything. getting leafed up. I'll tell you what, this ain't as bad as I remember it being, you know. This ain't as bad as I remember it being, you know.
No, it don't seem too bad.
Just tiptoe your way up and you're good. Oh, careful, there's a fucking mad rock. All good?
Alright.
Right, let's
see if anything chases us along here.
Yeah. I wonder how many investigations we have done now.
I don't know.
It's got to be like what, in like 40s.
Yeah, probably.
Madness. Should give a quick shout out to some of our commenters that we get frequently. I've seen Dawn's comments kicking off again.
Dawn's always commenting. She's a good egg.
She's an OG. We appreciate you, Dawn. We love to see the comments. It's always very positive. And we also love it when we have, we've had a few messages where people from the States have said that, you know, they're watching from the States and they share their experiences, and those are always cool to read. We love hearing that sort of thing.
Oh yes. Yeah, there's Bob. He comments occasionally, and he's emailed a few times telling me about this device that he's built himself to do ghost hunting with. It sounds quite interesting.
That's
He's
awesome.
gonna take it out for a proper test after he's kind of calibrated it and let us know how he gets on with it.
Absolutely. You know, it's a very strange thing, but a cool opportunity nonetheless. Even though we're still a small channel, to have people reaching out, sharing their stories and sharing sort of what they think of these things. It's quite mad when you think about it, that we just one day decided we're going to do this, and now people from all over the world are sharing things with us.
That's
We're not
pretty
even,
cool.
I think we're closing in on 500 subs, so still a small channel, but the positivity.
I still remember back when I sat in the lounge and you said we should start a channel, and pretty much made the channel there and then have done our first investigation about a month later.
I genuinely think that can't have been more than 2 weeks from the last time we had been here.
It's 2 weeks from what?
The last time we came walking along here.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was this probably about this time last year. Actually, no, would have been way before. But we came for a walk out and came down this path in the day. And it was only a couple of weeks later that I suggested it. So.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Over a year later now.
Investigating. We've got some loyal followers, and it's cool to be able to go out and have these experiences. And, you know, fingers crossed, we get to turn this into something we get to do for a living and travel around, and maybe we can meet some of you commenters in person and investigate together. That'd be awesome. But yeah, this was the track we got chased along. As you can see here, it's you can't actually really show on camera like the state of it, but only one person's getting along that, maybe two at a push, and then it drops off down there, and then we got to this fence and the running stops. We didn't get chased this evening, thankfully. Luckily.
Unfortunately.
No, it's alright. I can live without being chased by something I don't understand.
We ain't got to the end yet, though.
That's true.
To follow us up here.
This is a good question for people. What would people think about a Unexplained Files Discord that they could join?
There you go.
And we could put that up there, and people can join and chat with us and tell us their stories, and we could have little paranormal events and stuff we could put together on there. That might be quite an awesome opportunity if anyone is interested in that or would like to join through Discord and be able to speak with us. Let us know. And get us to 500 subscribers.
Yeah, I think once we start getting to like obviously like higher subscribers, then it would be good to start doing some live streams and that to
Absolutely.
Get chatting with people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason Discord is so good for that is because you're getting together with sort of like-minded people.
Yeah.
Who, some could be local, some could be further away. You're making connections and you can share experiences and locations as well. It's a good spot for that because sometimes you do have to be a bit careful with like public like pages and stuff where they share their locations they've been to because you don't know what state they're in, you don't know what they're being used for or how sort of safe they are. Whereas if you go through something like Discord and you're talking to people directly, you can get a better account of what condition it's in and what to expect.
Yeah.
So yeah, leave us your comments, folks. If you want to see a Discord from us and you want to join and be able to chat and all of that fun stuff. Shoot, we could even host like a monthly call where we could jump in and talk with people.
That would be cool.
But that'd need to be figured out yet how that would be done and if there would be like Patreon or membership or whether anyone could just jump in. I don't know yet. All things to figure out in the future if there's the interest for it. All in all, a reasonable investigation. Probably more terrifying for us doing it and it will be tense for people watching it.
Oh yeah.
But I invite any of you to go into the forest at night and do that and see how you feel.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I still think back when I went camping on my own on Dartmoor at night, and then that time we drove there in the night, I was like, man, this is shit scary on here.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I was just in a little area by my tent, as if I'd have just
I think
gave the American Wolf in London vibes.
when we were walking across Dartmoor, because it was about how long was the trek once you get off the path to where you need to get to? It's probably like half hour or something?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, it's about half hour, 40 minutes.
And I remember on the way back, torches were low.
Yeah,
battery.
mine ran out.
I don't even know if I had a torch. If I did, I think it was the battery was dying. And we were talking, and I think we got a little bit taken off the track. We managed to keep on point, but there was a solid 5 minutes where I was going, right, I'm locking in. I need to remember where we're going. Don't freak out. But yeah, I remember when we got away from the woods and we were walking up and around it. Everyone was turned about and I was adamant I knew where I was, and everyone was like, no, it's over here, it's over here. And I was like, no, it's not, I'm going to keep walking. I'll agree with you, but I'll keep walking and then I'll prove it. And we managed to get back to the right spot, and I was right. All of my years of video gaming with mini maps in mind, I was set and sorted there.
Set and sorted.
Down there. Well, folks, that was I don't want to say underwhelming investigation. It was fun as an experience, but
nothing happened, but
yeah,
it was still good to go there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. For curiosity's sake, I think it's important to go and document a space, especially when nothing happens, because it just shows, we're not here just to make crazy things happen or to record it. We're here to document a space, and whatever happens is what happens.
And the main reason we came anyway is because you had that experience there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we just wanted to see if we could experience anything like that again.
Yeah, and for all we know, it could be right place, wrong time. It could be any number of things that we could come back here in future and more. I do have a plan for a video on the channel where we come here and I can bring one of my friends along and have him talk about the experience he had, because as we were walking up that path there towards the end, that really steep slope, he was walking up there and he looked up and saw a woman staring down at him, and he freaked out and looked down at the ground like not knowing what to do, and when he looked up she was gone. So that's when it said phantom, that's why I said, is that the type of spirit you see? Because if that had been his experience, then I would have found that quite interesting. But I didn't see anything when we were there, and when we were walking up the hill I was so busy looking at the ground trying to make sure I didn't trip on anything. I didn't even look up to the top to think about it, but I did put the camera up there, so maybe that catches something. But all in all, a quiet night, an enjoyable one, and we hope nonetheless that you enjoyed this investigation. Have you any closing thoughts, please?
No, I don't think so. I just want to say take care, guys. We appreciate you watching, and if you're new, and we'd appreciate that you subscribe
If you enjoyed it, yeah. Like the video, give us a comment, tell us that our content is bollocks. That comment will get pinned if I see it, and we hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Peace.